If you are new to me, my name's Nikki. If you haven't practiced with me before, you are in good hands. So that being said, we're gonna start today on our backs. So if you have a strap handy, go ahead and grab your strap. And we'll start in a soft cactus. So elbows in line with your shoulders, knees slightly bent. And just taking a few moments to settle in to your body. You might lift your shoulders and realign your shoulders onto the earth. You might lift your hips up and do the same thing. Just making sure everyone can hear me. Great. We are in the height of Pitta season right now. We're in the height of summer, and stoking that fire can exhaust us. So while we may be inclined to be action-oriented in the summer, the balance of tempering our heat, how much we overexert, with cooling effects, 𝗔𝗿𝘁𝘁𝘀 breath, 𝗔𝗁𝘁𝗁 breath, and also knowing when to pull back into our bodies, when to align, when to rest as needed. And that's something that I reminded Sarah today of, that the universe gives us a hard time out sometimes when we don't take that time to rest. So taking a moment to walk your feet as wide as your mat and draw your knees slightly in to touch. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. And just scan your body, observing in this moment anywhere that might feel like if it's hardened, tense. We are in this cusp of new moon energy. The new moon in Cancer starts on Monday. And this pull, this alignment of the new moon gives us an ability to shine the light on what is it that's really in our hearts? What is our deepest driving desires to start anew? And the sign of Cancer, which happens to be Al's sign as well as my sign, Cancer is the nourishing mother sign. So in today's practice, invoking that new energy, how can I nourish and mother myself, my needs? Let that be your theme today. What is it that you need to offer that support, that unconditional light and love? Let's draw the knees over to the right side and just let them fall for a moment. Without trying to over-effort, to fix, to prod, scanning the left side of your body. The ribs, the intercostal muscles, the hips. Notice if there's anywhere that might feel like it's needing your light, your awareness, your breath. Slowly draw your feet back onto the earth, letting your knees arrive. Let your knees fall over now to the left side, keeping your feet exactly where they are. And again, keeping the eyes closed. I like to think of the eyelids almost as a curtain. We have our drapes to close out the outside world. And when we open up our drapes, we let the light in, we let the sunshine in. If you're a performer, you let the audience in when the curtain lifts. But when we keep the eyes closed and we let the curtains close, we invite ourselves into our inner realm. That's the realm where magic happens. It's the realm where we get to observe ourselves. Let your feet come back to center. Take a moment and move slowly here. Heel toe your feet underneath you and draw your right knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers around your right shin bone, and you can circle that ankle a few times in one direction, a few times in the opposite direction. If it feels comfortable, you're going to go ahead and lengthen that left leg in front of you. Peel the toes back. And then lift your head, your neck, your chest off of the earth. Ekapada Uppanasana. Maintain space here for an apple between chin and chest. This might be a good place to pause today. You might float the hands alongside your hip bones. Or if you feel like you have a little bit of fire and you want to lift that left leg up about 2 inches off the earth, go ahead. Take a moment here as you keep the eyes closed and visualize a line of energy moving from the top of your crown through your spine, tethering you to your sacrum. Take one more smooth breath here to inhale, listening for the sound of pure intelligence. Sa. Exhale, listen for the sound hum, transformation of that intelligence as you lower your left leg, lower your shoulders, lower the hands. Take your strap now, loop it around the ball of your right foot. Draw the elbows, draw the shoulder blades down into the earth, and only going to about 60%, 60 to 70%. You're not going to your full range here. Let the arms be supported. Peel the toes back. Feel free to keep the eyes closed. And as you start to bring your awareness to the back of your hamstring, back of your knee, back of your calf. The unconscious resides in the back body. So on this weekend, building up to the new moon, in this Pitta season, the summer season of light, of fire, of transformation, we need heat to transform and transmute. See if you can send that light of pure consciousness, pure inspiration, moving from the top of your crown. Feel that light charge and transform from your sacrum and move into the space behind that right leg, wherever you're feeling sensation. Take a smooth breath here to inhale. And on your exhalation, take both ends of the strap into your right hand. Open up that right leg just about 10% over to the right side. Left hand on top of left hip. Pause here. Soften the eyes. Let the eyes roll back into their sockets. And take a smooth breath here to inhale. Feeling that inner thigh, that inner groin opening up without overexerting. Nothing to prove. Take both ends of your strap now into your left hand. Cross your right leg over to the midline, just about 10%. Right thumb inside right hip crease. Anchor that right hip bone down. And pause here. Feel free to keep the eyes closed and observe that opening from the outside of the right side hip, running all the way down to the outer part of the leg, IT band. Draw that right leg back to center, no rush at all. Bend your right knee into your chest. Remove the strap. And we'll cross the right leg over to the left side. Little supine twist here. Feel free to prop that right leg if you need a block or a bolster underneath it. And then softening with that right side elbow. You can keep it into a soft cactus. Or if it feels comfortable for your body, your anatomy, you can extend the arm. I've been working with a consistent shoulder injury all year. And sometimes when we compare ourselves to how we used to be, we can push, right? And with the summer, with that fire, with the element of fire, with the sun stoking that fire, this season really allows us as yogis to be mindful of not overexerting, but to really love ourselves into where we can soften. No need to compare ourselves to how we were yesterday's practice, last week, last month, or even last year. Draw that right leg back into your chest. Take a moment here. And then lengthen your right leg to meet your left. No rush at all. Let your hips align. And on your next inhalation, draw that left knee in. Interlace your fingers around your left shin bone and circle the ankle a few times in one direction. Circle it the opposite side. Lift your head, your shoulders, your neck off of the earth. Maintain space for an apple here. And as we take Ekapada Apanasana, wind expeller, this might be a great place to pause and check in. Might float the arms alongside you. And you might lift that right leg up 2 inches off of the earth. If it's too much, dial it down a notch. And then notice if you're hardening. Check out the tongue, the jaw. Notice if the eyes are hardening here. Where can you soften when the heat kicks up, when we feel challenged? Take a smooth breath to inhale and listen for the sound of pure intelligence, pure light, pure radiance, sa, moving from crown to base. Listen for hum as it charges and transforms, distributing to every cell of your body. Lower your right leg down, lower your shoulders, and find your strap and loop it around the ball of your left foot now. Let the arm bones be supported. Lengthen your left leg in front of you. And again, just going to 60 or 70% here, not to your full maximum range. Let your arms soften, let your jaw relax. And feel free to keep the eyes closed, letting the curtains, the veil to the outside world shut so you can become the observer. As you observe this left side, can you notice any subtle differences on the left hamstring, left back of the knee, left calf? Can you notice if one side is maybe a little bit more dominant or over-efforting? We'll take both ends of the strap into the left hand. And slowly open up that left leg just about 10% when you feel that inner groin open up, that inner thigh. Right hand on top of right thigh. Anchor that hip bone down. And then pause here. Again, notice if you're over-efforting, if you're feeling stressed or strained in any way, come back to a place where you can balance effortlessly. Sthiram Sukham Asanam. Steadiness and ease on and off the mat. On your next inhalation, take both ends of your strap into your right hand now. Slowly guide that right leg over, your left leg over to the right side. Left thumb inside left hip crease. Anchor and draw your hip bone down. This helps us align the pelvis. And then notice the IT band on this side. The IT band is the longest muscle in the leg, and it's usually the tightest muscle for most of us. And ask yourself where you can soften here. Where can I put ease into this shape, this form? Where can I feel light expanding into anywhere that might have been constricted? Slowly draw that left leg back to center, no rush at all. Release your strap, bend your left knee into your chest, and extend that left leg in front of you. We'll walk the ankles together, reach the arms up overhead. Take a big stretch here. And we'll walk the ankles over to the right side corner of your mat, going into banana asana. Leave your hips where they are and shimmy your shoulders over to the upper right corner. Hands don't have to touch. You can feel free to keep the eyes closed. Turn your head, your drishti, your chin over to the left side shoulder if that feels comfortable, left armpit. And as you open up the side body, if you need a little bit more intensity, you can cross that left ankle over the top of the right. If it's too much, you can always back off. You have agency to increase the heat or dial it down as much or as little as you need. Take a smooth breath here to inhale. And keeping the eyes closed, notice how as you inhale, the intercostal muscles, the muscles that wrap the ribs around to the back body, notice how they separate. As you exhale, see if you can draw the back of your left side back down to the earth. It's almost like an accordion. If you can visualize your body in this shape, expand. Let's expand on the inhalation. Visualize an accordion. The ribs are separating and elongating just as an accordion stretches out. And then as the exhalation comes through, draw the rib cage back in. Let the heaviness of that back body, the back muscles, the latissimus dorsi on that left side, let it sink into the earth. If that left leg is crossed, you're going to uncross it and slowly, methodically draw and shimmy your shoulders back. No rush. Draw your legs underneath you. Pause here for a moment. Keep the arms in a soft cactus or extended overhead and simply see if you can observe the energy flowing through that left side of your body. And then walk your ankles now over to the left side. Pause here as you leave your hips where they are, and we shimmy the shoulders over to the upper left corner of the mat. And taking up space with the arm bones, again, the hands do not have to touch. You might turn your head if it feels comfortable for your neck. You decide. You might turn your head over to the right side armpit. And then keeping the eyes closed here, you might notice that this side might be a little bit more open or it might be a little bit more contracted. This may be the side that you decide to cross that right ankle over your left ankle. Maybe the side that you stay exactly as you are and you breathe into the space that's opening up. Visualize that accordion expanding on your next inhalation and listen for the sound of pure intelligence moving. This electromagnetic field of intelligence moving through the very top of your crown, down your spine, into your sacrum, khanda, a space where 72,000 energy points flood and transform every cell of your body. Hum. Take that breath one more time. Inhale. And as you inhale, visualize that accordion. Visualize your armpit expanding, your right hip bone moving away from the lowest part of your rib. Breath, prana, life force filling you, rejuvenating you. And as you exhale, feel the right side of your body, the right side of your back. Latissimus dorsi pressing into the earth. Uncross your right leg if it's crossed, and slowly draw your chin, your hands, your legs back to center. Take a smooth breath to inhale as you reach the arms up. Yogi's choice here, you can either draw one knee in and then the other, or roll over onto your right side hip. come into fetal position and guide yourself to any comfortable seat. Pause here for a moment. And bringing the palms to the heart center, bow your head. I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. On the eve of these new moons in Cancer, this light energy, the summer. Take a smooth breath to inhale. And as you exhale, open up your mouth and sigh that breath out. Draw your chin towards your chest. Press your palms down towards the earth and make your way into table pose as you're ready. No rush. We'll take a few cat-cows here. Feel free to inhale. Face looks up, broaden across the chest and collarbone. Exhale, navel into spine, hum. Tops of the toes press into the earth. And breathing in, opening up to light, radiance, magnetism. Breathing out, feeling that light and radiance transform to every cell of your body. You don't have to move to my rhythm or my breath calm. And if today you'd like to move your hips in circular direction as you inhale and exhale, feel free to do that. Alternating in one side. Letting your head, your neck, your chest go. Your practice is your individual connection to pure source, pure consciousness, pure light and radiance. When we open up to the divine, when we open up through these Kriya practices, we allow ourselves to individuate and to merge back into the ocean of pure infinite consciousness. Come to neutral spine on your next inhalation, no rush. Walk your hands a little bit in front of your shoulders. Tuck your toes underneath you, and with resistance, lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Pedal your heels out. Shake your head side to side. Might even trill your lips here. Might nod your head. Might open up the mouth and sigh it out. Take a smooth breath here to inhale and float your right leg straight up and back. All 5 toes like you're pressing into a wall. Exhale, step that right foot in between your hands. Help it up. Lower your back knee down. If you need to pad your knee with a blanket, please do so. Draw your hands to your blocks or underneath you. Take a smooth breath to inhale. Anjaneyasana, kneeling lunge. Fingertips reach up. Exhale, hands down to your blocks. Tuck your toes underneath you. Lift that right knee. Lift that left knee up. Feel a little stoke of fire here. Left leg next to right. Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen to a flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Take a smooth breath to inhale as you circle the arms around and up or forward and up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. No rush. Exhale as if you're moving through water. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Belly towards the thighs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step your left leg way back. Sorry, your right leg way back. Lower your right knee down to the earth. Feel a subtle lift of your pelvic floor as you untuck the toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Feel that line of energy, gazing up at the fingers. Exhale, let both hands frame your left foot. Step back to downward facing dog. No rush. Walking the inner ankles together. Lift your heels, wave through your spine. Stack shoulders over wrists. Come to plank pose. Pause here, firm through the thighs. With or without your knees, I'm going to show the modified version. Lower all the way down, belly to the earth, elbows graze the ribcage, Chaturanga. Take a smooth breath here. Bhujangasana, baby cobra, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Drishti slightly in front of your nose, gazing up at the front of your mat. Exhale, release. Again, lift the heart, back of the neck is long. If you feel like you need to stoke the fire a little more, maybe lift your hands. Not at the expense of losing the breath, hardening or gripping. Exhale, release. Option to stay with one of those two babies or slide your hands back. Lift your heart, lift your thighs, lift your knees. Option for upward facing. Exhale, moving through plank, table, or rolling over the toes. We all meet in down dog. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath, open the mouth. Inhale that left leg straight up and back, all 5 toes like you're pressing into a wall. Exhale, step that left foot in between the hands, help it up. Right knee lowers down, no rush. Little lift of your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha engaged. Inhale, reach the fingers up. Anjaneyasana, kneeling lunge. Exhale, both hands frame that foot or hands to blocks. Lift your right knee, back of the neck is long. Feel that subtle lift as you step right leg to meet left. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, belly towards your thighs, Uttanasana. Use the full breath here as you circle the arms around and up or forward and up. Urdhva Hastasana, upward worship. Let your palms meet, and as you fold forward, slow it down as if you're moving through water. Use the full breath here. Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to thighs or to your blocks, lengthen. Feel that line from crown to base. Exhale, your left leg straight back. Lower your left knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Little lift of the pelvic floor. Gaze up at the thumbs. Exhale, the hands frame that right leg. Step back to down dog. No rush. Getting inside of your body. Walk the inner ankles together. Wrap the outer arms by the ears. Lift the heels. Wave through the spine. Resist with the thighs. Scrub the heels back. Plank pose. With or without your knees, bend the elbows. Lower all the way down. Chaturanga. Elbows graze. Lifting your head. Keeping your back nice and strong. Feel the back muscles, the erector spinae, working to strengthen your spine. Exhale, release. Breathing in, inhale and feel that connection to light, radiance, maybe lifting your hands. Notice if you're hardening. Exhale, hum, release and lower. Option to take one of those baby cobras or slide the hands back. Lift the heart, lift the gaze, lift the thighs and knees, maybe slide into upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. No rush, nowhere to get. Take a moment and organize your heels. Maybe shake the head, giving yourself as much or as little as you need. We're going to move through the breath here. So this variation of Surya Namaskar A is giving us the opportunity to lower the knee. That's why we're taking Anjaneyasana. It's invoking that lunar energy, just in case my teachers on here and those of you that are Ishtis and regulars are wondering why we're doing low lunge. Let's take that one more time. We add on. Inhale, right leg straight up and back. Exhale, step that right foot in between the hands. Help it up. Lower that left knee down. Feel a subtle lift of your pelvic floor. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. We bring the hands down the midline. We pause here. Thumbs to the heart. Take a little twist over to that right side. Right? Just opening up the body. Just prepping our body for where our practice is going to go today. Notice if your hands, if the thumbs have moved over to your shoulder. Can you keep the thumbs in the middle of the heart? Can you feel a little subtle lift of your pelvic floor? Can you feel that line from crown to base? Biceps long by the ears. Inhale as you slowly unwind. Hands frame that right leg, maybe to the blocks. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up. Little lift of the pelvic floor. Now check in here, yogis. Can I lift my hands? Just slightly, right? Just making sure that you are grounded in your own practice. Step that left leg to meet the right. Flat back here. Inhale. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, standing forward fold. Release. Let's pause here, friends. We're gonna roll the shoulder blades in. Keep that generous bend in the knees. This helps to release the low back. Few options for you. Interlacing your fingers. Now, peek up at me for a moment. If your hands happen to splay apart and they don't quite touch together, we're gonna use a strap. So I'll show you this option. We're gonna roll the shoulders back, use your strap, and keep squeezing your shoulder blades in towards each other. Second option, keep your palms together. Keep rolling the shoulders. Nod your head yes. Opening up the shoulders. Opening up the shoulder girdle. Head side to side. Release the arms. Walk your hands now up the front plane of your body. Draw your chin towards your chest. And take a moment as you stand in Samastiti. Head floating. Standing in your own power. Circle the arms around and up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, standing forward, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Listen carefully. Exhale, bend your knees, press your palms. Yogi's choice here. You can step, you can hop back through the transition. If you're hopping or jumping through bent elbows. Either taking baby cobra, cobra, up dog. Or you can skip it and simply step back to down dog. One breath at a time. One movement at a time. Take a smooth breath in wherever you are. Left leg floats straight up and back. Stretch the breath here. Exhale that left leg in between the hands. Help it up. Take a moment here, lower that right knee down. Little lift of your pelvic floor. Feeling that connection from the crown all the way down. Lifting all the way up, the arms float up. And take a moment as you bring your palms to your heart center. Rest your thumbs against the midline, right? And then we turn over to that left side. So feel that subtle lift. Pelvic floor is engaged. Notice if the thumbs have moved over to the shoulder. It tends to happen, right? There's a lot at work here. You might also already be sweating. Take a smooth breath here to inhale and unwind back to center. Float the arms up. Let both hands frame your foot. Hands to blocks or hands to the ground. Lift your back knee up. Stoke that fire. Notice if that right hip is dropping. Can you lift it up a little bit? And then feel your core engaged. Lift the hands. Not staying long, not gripping, but just finding your footing and your grounding. Step that right leg to meet the left. Inhale. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, standing forward fold. Uttanasana. Stay here. Interlacing the fingers this time the opposite way, opposite hand, less dominant hand. Clasps or using your strap. Release the shoulders, release the head, the neck. And then release the arms down. Chin to chest as you roll up one vertebrae at a time, walking your hands up the front of your body. Fingertips, palms reach forward, head, neck, chest floating easefully. Circle the arms around and up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, diving as if you are moving through water. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. There's nowhere to rush. Let your inhalation lift your heart and your gaze. Let your exhalation move you into the transition that you need for your body today. Feeling free to skip it if you need. We all eventually meet in downward facing. Moving on the breath, let's take this up into Surya Namaskar B. Gaze up at the space between your hands. You can put a bend in your knees, you can step, you can hop, you can walk, you can take a little stroll. Feet meet the hands. Inhale, grow the spine long. Exhale, standing forward, fold. Feel free to open up the mouth and sigh that breath out. Reach the arms around and up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Palms down the midline of your body, please. Tadasana. Surya Namaskar B on the breath. We reach the seat back. Find your chair pose, Utkatasana, which translates to fierce, not chair, which I'm sure you've heard many times. Standing forward fold, let the hands frame your foot. Release. Inhale, lengthen the spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Yogi's choice here, stepping, hopping, or floating back through the transition, or skip it. What feels right in your body today? Inhale your right leg straight up and back. All 5 toes pressing down. Step that right foot behind the right wrist. Left foot a little left of center. Anchor down. Rise to warrior 1. Feel that lift of your pelvic floor. It's already in you. Gaze up at the thumbs. Exhale, let your hands frame your foot. Step back to down dog. 1 breath at a time, no rush. Inhale that left leg straight up and back. Exhale, step that left foot in between. Behind left wrist, right foot a little right of center. Anchor, 45 degrees with the toes. Rise up, feel that little lift, line of energy connecting you straight down. Lift your gaze. Let your exhalation bring you straight back down. If I call the breath or the asana too fast or slow, feel free to move to the rhythm of your breath, your practice. Lift the heels, wave through the spine. Come through plank pose, with or without your knees, chaturanga. Either moving into baby cobra or upward facing, your choice of the transition. We all meet in downward facing dog. Look up at the space between your hands. Step, hop, or walk yourself forward with an asana. Reach your seat back. Find your chair pose. Can you find that length? Can you find that spaciousness? Palms down the midline of your body, Tadasana, standing in your power. 1 breath at a time, 1 movement at a time. We'll move on the breath here. 1 more round, Surya Namaskar B. I'll give you an opportunity to just flow, right? So if you'd like to skip it, you can absolutely skip it and stand in your power. Go ahead, that's right, Veronica. You can absolutely go ahead and take Surya Namaskar B on your own. And if for any reason you need to make something up, make it up. If you need to add something, if you want to add a single leg, Daniela, that might be a great place for you to try jumping back, single leg, Chaturanga Dandasana. Right? Where can I listen to the wisdom of my body? What is it that my practice is invoking with me? Where does the light need to shine for me today so that I can move forward with this new moon energy in nourishment, in lovingness, in that mother nature, that Cancerian, that motherly love that we all have, mater, mother energy. When we close our eyes and we invite ourselves into the depth of what we truly need, we give ourselves an opportunity to practice self-love and self-care. And when we do that, we elevate the consciousness of the planet. Because by taking care of me, we take care of we. Maybe you've been struggling with that, right? Sometimes we can be taking care of so many people that we forget to take care of ourselves. And this is what this practice brings us back to. We'll all eventually meet in Tadasana, no rush. No rush at all. Always remember that you have the ability and the option to completely ignore me. Take a moment here as you stand in your power. And we're gonna step that left leg way back. One step, step back, open up to warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips. All right, so peek up. This tends to happen quite a lot. We sink into the hip and this back hip is up and then this right arm is way too forward. Right? I want you to bring your hands to your hips and level your pelvis. That might actually mean shortening the stance for some of us, right? And for some of us, it might mean elongating if we have very long legs. Now bring your hands to your shoulders. Without turning your head, see if you can see your elbows in your peripheral. If you can't, that means that you've gone past your shoulder girdle. Rule of thumb, always slightly bring your hands a little bit, your elbows, a little bit more in front of your shoulders. From here, let's open up to warrior two. Pause. Press down in the arms. Stoke that fire. Right palm reaches up, Shanti Virabhadrasana, peaceful warrior. You can do this with a straight or bent leg. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach the arm up. We're going to take this a few times, and I'm going to give you a few options here. Usually, this left hand only touches the calf, right? Maybe it can reach to the right thigh today, so that's an option for you. Maybe as you're drawing the arms and you peek up, you're making a full circle here. Again, that's just an option, right? If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. For those of you that want a little bit more of an advanced practice, can you close your eyes? Can you practice closing the eyes and transitioning and feeling Mula Bandha, grounding you, holding you straight up? Notice how that changes your practice. Where can you lengthen your inhalation and equally match lengthening your exhalation today? I'll pause here. When you get to extended side angle, pause for a moment. We're going to reach that left arm up. A few options for you. You can stay here. You can reach your left arm, spin your palm, send it way back. Option for half bound or full bound warrior. Not at the expense of losing your breath. And then roll that top shoulder back. Pause. Notice if you've lost your connection. So giving you a little bit of heat today, a few options. Stay where you are. For those of you that want to take this into bird of paradise, you can peek up at me for a moment. Right? We're going to keep this bind with or without your strap. Step your left foot halfway underneath you, in line with your hip. Shift your weight, keep that bind. Dristi solid on one point. Lift that right leg up. Maybe extend. Bend your right knee. Press that right foot back down to the earth. Come back into bound warrior, or if you're in half bound or extended side angle, we release that left arm back up. Left hand in line with the shoulder. Take a moment here. Folks, bring your right hand to your thigh. Right thigh. Slowly lengthen your right leg for me. Now heel toe your left heel in about 6 inches. Lean back and slide your right hand down your shin bone. Option to bring your right hand to the outside of your leg on a block. And then peek up at that left hand. Triangle pose. Daniela, bring your top hand slightly in front. There you go. Draw your rib cage in. At least bring your left hand slightly in front of you as well, towards your fan. Take a moment here. We're going to take this top hand, left hand to your hip, right hand to your block. Block goes 6 inches directly in front of the right toes. Step your left foot halfway underneath you. Fingertips to your blocks. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Back leg strong. If you feel steady, you can extend this top arm. Option to take Chapasana, left hand to the top of that left instep. Maybe the right hand reaches, double or single bound. Nice, steady on one point. Release your back leg. With resistance, stretch that left leg all the way back. Find your warrior two one more time. Beautiful. And then open up. Find that steadiness. Press down in the hands. Take peaceful warrior one more time. Inhale, Shanti Virabhadrasana. Take a moment here as you lengthen that right leg. Turn your right toes in. Reach that right arm diagonally over to the left side. So all 10 toes, heels, toes turning in, heels facing out, right hand reaching over to the left side. Release. Right hand goes to the ankle, right hand goes to your calf, left hand to your sacrum. Roll your left shoulder on top. Option to stay here or to extend that left hand up. Take a smooth breath here to inhale. Release the arms underneath your shoulders. You can go ahead and nod your head yes, nod your head side to side. Walk your left hand over to your right side ankle, calf, or thigh, wherever you feel steady in your body. Right hand to your sacrum. Roll your right shoulder on top of your left. If it feels comfortable for you, maybe extend the right fingertips up. Gaze at the right thumb. Take a smooth breath here to inhale and exhale. Lower the hands underneath your shoulders. Nod the head yes. Nod the head side to side. A few options for you. You can bring blocks underneath your hands if they don't quite reach the earth. You can draw your hands through your legs if that's available for you. Or I'll give you the option to invert at this point. If you have a solid tripod headstand practice from Pasarita Padottanasana, you can absolutely try that transition. If you're used to practicing and you like to practice headstand to crow, you can take that option. Tina, so all of the different options that I'm giving gives you the ability to either stay with, I teach progressively, so it's the first option, the second option, the third option, the fourth option. So choose what feels right for you, and then if anything does not feel right, just back off and pull back a little bit. Feel free to do what you need. If you're in the inversion, slowly make your way down. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Draw your chin to your chest and slowly press down in the feet. Let your head be the last part to roll up. One vertebrae at a time. Stack shoulders. Head arrives last. Bring your hands to your hips. Now let's turn the heels in, the toes out. We're going to come into horse stance, or another variation of goddess pose. We'll bring the hands up. We'll take Karana Mudra, which looks like rock star pose, right? So the thumb, the middle finger, and the ring finger all touch. The index and pinkies are out. This helps to dispel any negativity. We're going to inhale through the nostrils, exhale through the tongue, stick it out of your mouth. 2 more times like that. Inhale through the nostrils. 1 more time. Exhale. Take a smooth breath here to inhale. Lengthen your legs. Step your left foot to meet your right. Tadasana. 1 step forward. And as you're ready, float the arms around and up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, standing forward fold. Uttanasana. Let your inhalation lift your heart, your gaze, and let your exhalation take you into your choice of the transition, 1 step at a time, or you can skip it and move back into down dog. And then pause here. Align here. Take up space here. And on your next inhalation, look up at the space between your hands. A little bend in your knees. You can hop, you can step, or walk it forward. Standing forward fold. Walk your hands up the fronts of your shins and thighs and find your way back to Tadasana. Plug in mountain pose. And just giving yourself permission to take and choose what feels right for you. We're all working with different injuries and a different recipe for our own needs. We step back on the right leg. Left foot stays forward, opening up to warrior two. We bring our hands towards our hips and then notice if this back hip is up. Notice if the right hip is up. Can you level the pelvis? Can you roll that front thigh open? Can you shred the mat and feel that little lift of Mula Bandha? Hands to shoulders. Elbows slightly in front. Open up the arms, find your warrior two. Find that strength, press down. Left palm faces up. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Big breath here. You can do this with a straight or bent leg. Let your exhalation bring you through extended side angle. Left hand to the top of the thigh, right arm long by the ear. We take this a few times, moving on your rhythm of the breath. Inhale to peaceful warrior. You can do this with a straight or bent leg. Maybe take that left arm, right arm over to the opposite side. Exhale. You don't have to look like anybody. You don't have to take every option. I always say that a vinyasa class is like a buffet, right? You choose the option that feels right for you. So either staying with extended side angle, staying with the bent knee, staying with the straight knee, you get to choose what feels right in your body. The next time you come to extended side angle with left forearm on top of left thigh. So this is one option. Option one, to stay here. Option two, flip your right palm, send it way behind you. Half bind. That hand can go to the sacrum. Option two. Option three, you can slide your left hand down. Find the bind if it's part of your practice, with or without the strap. Bound warrior. Option four, adding on. For those of you that want to try the balance, you step that right foot halfway underneath you. Keep the bind. Shift your weight. Again, this is option four, coming straight up. Bird of paradise. Right? It's just an option. It's not a requirement. What feels right for you? If you're taking bird of paradise, turn your head, your drishti over that right side shoulder. Find that integrity, that line, the sa and the hum. Exhale slowly, methodically. Bend that left knee. Left foot underneath left side hip, one step at a time. Step your right leg back, come back to bound warrior. We all come back to extended side angle. Left hand to the top of the left thigh, right arm extends up overhead. Now, we all take the left hand, place it on the left thigh, straighten your left leg. Pause here as you heel toe your right foot in 6 inches. This might be enough for you. You might slide or walk your left fingertips down your left shin bone. And depending on your practice, you might place your fingertips on the outside of a block, outside of the toes. Pause here. And then notice if you're hardening in your jaw and your neck. Veronica, bring that left arm up just a little bit. That's it. Gorgeous. Right hand to your hip. Peek down at the left toes. Take your block, place it directly. Really important to make sure it's directly in front of your foot. This helps us balance. Fingertips to the block. Right foot directly underneath the right hip. Now, This is where you have agency, right? Shift the weight forward, maybe float that back leg up. Flex your back leg, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Option here to extend the arm. You can bend your top leg, take the bind, half or full bound, single or double, Chapasana pose. What feels right today? If you're in the bind, release the bind. With resistance, reach and stretch that back leg. Find your warrior two. And settling in to your posture, flip that left palm, peaceful warrior, Shanti Virabhadrasana, one step at a time. Pause here, lengthen your left leg, turn your left toes in. Keep that left arm long by your ear, and then let your rib cage face the ground as that left arm reaches over to the right side. Smooth breath here. Left hand to your shin, your calf, your ankle, wherever you can reach. Right hand to your sacrum. Roll your right shoulder as you open up and spiral the ribs. Maybe extend it up. Take a smooth breath here to inhale. We walk that right hand, no rush. Your body is a temple. You live inside of you. So take your time, right hand to the outside. Left calf, left shin bone, left thigh. Left hand to your sacrum. Roll that right shoulder on top. Pause. What do you need? Maybe you extend it, maybe you stay with the right hand on the sacrum. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Release your head, release your neck. And from fan pose, I'll give you the option one more time to invert if that's part of your practice. If you'd like to invert into headstand, press handstand, forearm stand, your inversion here. If you're not inverting, walk your hands a little bit in front of you. So we're going to take a wide leg downward facing dog, if that feels right for you. And then see if you can keep a little microscopic bend in the knees. That always helps to protect the sacrum and the lumbar. Once we feel like we have to force or are over-efforting in the practice, that means that we're no longer in our practice, right? The very practice of yoga isn't about asana. Asana is only 12% of the entire practice of yoga. It's one gateway. And the poses have no assigned value. They're not good or bad, hard or easy, although it feels hard or easy. They're not negative or positive. But the experience of what unlocks within us during these shapes that we make with our bodies, that's the wisdom of the yoga practice moving through us, bringing that unbounded intelligence to light. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders if they are in a wide leg down dog. And slowly draw your chin to your chest. As you keep a little bend in your knees, your feet pressing down to the outer edge. Roll up one vertebrae, stack shoulders, stack hips. One more time, the heels turn in, the toes turn out. We'll take Karana Mudra here, elbows in line with your shoulders. And as we press down, take a smooth breath. We're gonna inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen the legs. This time exhale, tongue out of the mouth. Inhale, reach the legs, lengthening the arms all the way up. Maybe lift the heels, just an option. Exhale, bend your knees. One more time like that. Inhale, reach the arms up, lift the heels. Exhale. Pause here, hands to hips. Lengthen your legs. Right leg meets the left, one step. Tadasana, mountain pose. And then take a smooth breath as you inhale out of a Hastasana. Upward worship. Exhale, move through the flow. Standing forward fold. Yogi's choice here. Inhale, Uttanasana. Exhale your choice of the transition. Either hopping, jumping with bent elbows, taking baby cobra, cobra or up dog, or skip it and simply step back to down dog. There's no rush, nowhere to get. From downward facing dog, take a smooth breath to inhale and take that right leg straight up. Roll your right hip on top of the left. Bend your right heel over to the left side. Pause here. Few options. You can stack your shoulders over your wrists and then take this into Wild Thing, Las Vegas pose, rock star, if that feels right for you. Right hand's going to come back down to the earth. Step your right foot in between your hands. Listen carefully, folks. We're going to lower that back knee down. Untuck your toes and come back to Anjaneyasana, a little lift of your pelvic floor. If you need a blanket underneath your knee, please absolutely take care of you. Bring the hands to the heart center. And keeping the thumbs in the midline, in the center of the chest, take that little twist. So here we revisit. The body is warm now. Now, a few options for you. You can stay here working on this twist, opening up the left side of the body. You can lean forward, thumbs stay in the middle of the heart, hook the outside of the left thigh, press that top hand into the bottom hand, thumbs in the midline of the body. Right? So it's taking this twist helps to open up the organs. You can stay here, you can tuck the back toes and lift that back knee up. Again, options. These are just options, not requirements. Keep pressing that top hand down. We can add on a little bit more and bring your bottom hand to the outside of your right leg on a block or to the ground. What feels right for you in this moment? Smooth breath here to inhale. Lower your back knee down if it's lifted. Come back through the twist. So the top hand comes back to center. If you've taken that option, come back to center, unwind slowly. Rib cage in, navel in. Listen carefully. Hands to blocks. Lift your your right toes off of the earth. So just showing you what this looks like. Half split pose here. Ardha Hanumanasana. Hands to blocks. Can feel free to stay here. If you're taking the full extension of the pose, Hanumanasana going into split, that's an option depending on you and your body, where your body is today. Never forcing anything. One side of my body is very open, the other side is not. I have really bad scoliosis. And whenever I share that with people, they're amazed. And there's nothing really to be amazed about, right? The only thing I can really share with you is honoring what your needs are for your body. Every single one of us has a unique shape, or we're born with certain anatomical things, right? So really honoring what your needs are without comparing. There's no should. There's no should. But the shoulds are actually what we're trying to burn through as yogis. I should be looking like this. I should be. So if you find that coming up for you in your practice, that's a really great place to bring that intention and to help yourself transform that thought process. I've been there. I'm there quite often, and it's a work in progress and practice for me. So just sharing that with you. If it helps. If it doesn't, throw it out. Whichever variation you're in, very slowly, friends, we're going to bring this right leg back, hopefully without taking your whole mat, and we're going to press back to child's pose. Take your time. Big toes touch, belly in between your thighs. Your knees are open. And you can either extend the arms in front of you if that feels good. That doesn't feel quite good for me today. I have a shoulder injury I've been working with. So you can bring the arms forward if that feels good for you. That's one option. Or you can bring the arms back. And let your body now be heavy. Let your tailbone move in an opposite direction from the top of your crown. And let yourself feel this traction of your spine elongating. In whichever variation of the arms you are in, slowly walk your hands forward. Wave through your spine. Stack your shoulders as you come through table pose. Tuck your toes, and we make our way back to down dog. Pedaling out the heels, shaking the head, trilling the lips. The beauty of the practice is that we always have a second side. So we get to observe how this side is compared to the other. Let's take that left leg straight up and back, all 5 toes like you're pressing into a wall. Square your shoulders, roll your left hip on top of the right. Flex that foot, bend your left heel over to the right side. Open up the hip. Now pause. You can stay here. You can move your shoulders over your wrists and then flip this into wild thing, into rock star pose. What feels right for your body? What does your body need in this moment? Not what you think you should be doing, not what I'm doing, not what your neighbor's doing, not what anyone else is doing. That left hand's going to come down. That right foot is going to step forward. And we're going to lower that back knee down. Anjaneyasana. I'll face you this way. So inhale, feel that subtle lift of your pelvic floor. Arms reach up. Palms down the midline of the body. Take the twist, thumbs in the middle of the heart. Take the twist over. Now, remember how I shared with you I have scoliosis? I can feel it already, right? So this side might be different for you. This might be your more open side. You can stay here, thumbs in the midline. You can hook that right elbow outside. Press that bottom hand, that top hand into the bottom hand. Now peek up. Try to make sure the thumbs stay in the middle of the heart. This helps to open up the internal organs. This is a great place to pause. Option 1. Option 2, you might tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee up. Find the balance. Option 3, you might extend the arm. Notice what your needs are. Take a smooth breath to inhale. If you're in the extension, lower your back knee. Come back through the twist. Hands to the heart. Slowly unwind, lift the arms up, and find your blocks. We move into Ardha Hanumanasana, half split pose. So the hips are in line with the knee, blocks on either side of that leg. Fold it forward. You get to decide here. Maybe this is all I need. If you're going into the full variation of the pose, just honoring what you need without forcing. Maybe you need a block on one side. Maybe you need a blanket. Where can you find ease and maintain a full breath without hardening, without gripping, without forcing? Our ability to observe ourselves without judging is the highest form of intelligence. That's a quote from Krishnamurti. Every time we practice asana, we have an opportunity to observe ourselves, observe what the self-talk is, observe the choices that we're making. And the beauty of the yoga practice itself is it's individual, and at the same time it's so integrative and community-based. If you're in the full variation, take your time as you slowly come out of it. If you're in the half variation, slowly draw that left leg back without taking your whole mat. And one more time, make your way into child's pose. No rush. however you need to get there. Let your head be heavy. Let your tongue drop to the bottom half of your mouth. You might even open up your mouth. You might even sigh the breath out or breathe a few times through the mouth. That's okay. What do you need? I'll give you a few options from this point. Can roll up one vertebrae at a time. So from this posture, a few options for you. You can bring your forearms going into passive and active inversions. You can bring your forearms down to the ground, tuck your toes and lift your hips up. Pincha Mayurasana or dolphin pose, headstand prep. Maybe taking one leg up and then the other. If you'd like to practice this against the wall, or if you have a solid pincha, you can absolutely invert. This is the active dolphin pose. If you would like to take a passive variation that has the same benefits, this is a second option for you. You'll take Viparita Karani. You'll lift the hips, place a block underneath the flat part of your sacrum, the flat part of your back, your sacrum, and then lift your legs, bringing the hands into 90 degrees. Both postures help to bring the deoxygenated blood back to the heart. And when we shift our perspective, we allow for the upward energy to move down and the downward energy to move up. No right or wrong for whichever variation you're in. Whichever variation you're in, see if you can close your eyes and visualize the Saham Kriya here. See in your mind's eye an electromagnetic field of intelligence right at the top of your crown. And see in your mind's eye that light, that electromagnetic energy moving through your spine. It's like a waterfall. Down into your sacrum, and on your exhale, the belly pulls in, the joints become spacious, and that light, that radiance floods into every cell of your body. Every cell is awakening. Every cell is alivening. Every cell is reconnecting. Sa, the sound of pure intelligence. Hum, feeling it merge and transform you. If you're in the active inversion, slowly make your way down to hero's pose. If you are in the passive variation, we're all going to slowly meet in a seated posture, any comfortable seat, or hero's pose. Hero's pose, the feet are outside, knees slightly aligned. That's traditionally what we take. If this is too much on the knees, which it sometimes is, I'll be honest, feels more comfortable sometimes to take easy seat, Sukhasana. Whichever feels right for you, we all meet in a comfortable seat. And we'll take a Hamkara mudra of the heart, right hand and index finger, as if you're pinching something small right in the center of your heart. Left hand and index finger, left thumb, and index finger resting on your knee. And close the eyes. Feel your heartbeat where you're touching. There are two rivers of energy. And when we invert, whether passive or active, those two opposing rivers that flow in opposite directions, they meet in the center of the heart. And you can feel a sense of freeness. You can feel how the energy, when we invert, frees us. It gets us out of our mind, gets us out of the heaviness. So feel the place that you're touching right now, the Jiva Atman, your individual spirit. Feel that as light expanding on your inhalation. Sat. And on your exhalation, feel it come right back to the center of your heart where you're touching Yam. Inhale, feel that light expand and fill the entire space that you're in. Sat. Exhale, feel it come right back to the center of your chest. Yam. Inhale, feel that light expand to cover our entire world, lifting up all beings. Sat. Feel it come right back to the very tiny pinprick where you're piercing. Yam. One more time, feel that light expand. And this time, feel your light merge into the pure cosmos. Sat. Feel it come right back to the center of your heart. Yam. Lower your right hand to the top of your right knee. And notice the sensation and the feeling that you have in your body at this moment. No longer fragmented, merged in oneness. If you'd like to stay in this seated meditation, you absolutely can. If you're ready to start to transition down to the earth, press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Slide it behind the upper teeth. Lightly rub your thumbs over each fingertip. Draw your chin towards your chest. Half blink the eyes open and slowly bring your legs into Dandasana, staff pose. Stay intimate, stay tantric, very, very subtle here. Fingers out to the side, toes peeling back, as if you could lift your heels off of your mat. The toes are scrubbing off of the earth. Feel the connection from crown to base as you reach the arms up, biceps long by the ears. And feel as if your spine is tethering you from pure alignment. Lower your hands down. And slowly, let's start to set up for your variation today of Shavasana. So I'm going to teach you what I love to practice. You can absolutely practice this, or you can take a variation of your own. We'll bring the blocks to the lowest height for Stonehenge. And take your bolster or two bed pillows, whatever you have, place it over the lowest heights of the blocks. We'll drape our calves. So sorry. Beauty of New York. Drape our calves over the bolster or pillows, and then from there we'll lower down. If you would like to cover yourself with a blanket or even half, you can absolutely do that. It helps you reset and realign the parasympathetic nervous system. And then bring your hands alongside you, palms facing up. Just let yourself now, in this moment, in this time, and in this space, simply receive, no longer having to do anything, no longer needing to fill or move or You might lift your head and realign your head back down to the earth. You might lift your shoulders and let the space between the shoulder blades resettle in. And you might lift the hips and do the same thing to let the flesh of your buttocks hold your hips up. Let your eyes soften. Let them roll back into their sockets. And feel right where you were standing on the earth, light moving from the soles of the feet into the ankle bones, wrapping around the calves and shin bones, wrapping around the backs of the knees, the fronts of the thighs, and the backs of the hamstrings. Feel that light move into the belly and the pelvis, into your backbones, into your chest and shoulders. And feel light moving down the elbows, wrists, and fingers. Feel light softening the back of your neck, the inside of your throat, your jaw, your tongue. Light covering your ears and ear canals, the nose and nostrils. Light softening the brain hemispheres. Right brain hemisphere and left brain hemisphere. Feel that light massaging the space between the two brain hemispheres, the corpus callosum, the space where we become one with pure source. Asatoma sadgamayam tamasoma jyotirgamayam mrityurmamritam gamayam. Om Shanti 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 Om. Reach the arms up overhead. Stretch one side longer than the other. Stretch the other side out. In your own way and in your own time, gather your knees into your chest. Roll over to the right side. Fetal position. Let yourself come straight back up, letting your head arrive last. Coming to any comfortable seat. No rush at all. Press your thumbs and your palms to your heart center and lower your head. It's just a gesture of surrendering our mind, our intellect, to the wisdom of the balance of the heart that knows only love and is only light. So bowing down to the light of this new moon, the light that is always inside of you, the light that you can find in your heart center. Hari Om Om Tat Sat. Let that light shine forward and spread it with everyone that you meet. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Namaste. Please make a fist with your right hand. Cover it with your left. Press it below your navel, Surya Mudra. Lean forward and feel a subtle lift of your pelvic floor. Grounding you so you're not walking around with yoga brain and then come straight back up.